Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So, dear viewers, we are continuing with the topic that is Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's guidance on prohibition uh, and forbidden, what Allah has forbidden for medical purposes. So, what Allah has prohibited is a disease as the religion states by the tongue of the messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Therefore muslims are not allowed to use it as a medicine. Furthermore, prohibited substances affect the heart and soul and make them impure, since the various substances that the body consumes affect the body. When a substance causes an evil outcome in the body, the nature of the body will acquire this evil temperament. What about if the substance is impure and evil itself? In this case, when the substance is impure, the body becomes impure as well. This is why Allah has prohibited the impure types of foods, drinks, and clothes because of the evil effects that such substances have on the body and soul. When people say that we know what to eat, don't teach us what to eat, don't teach us how to dress. No, Allah uh, knows better than us. He knows what food we should eat and what should we wear and what should we drink. So when people obviously drink alcohol and all, it impures the heart, impures the body, and a lot of other medical diseases are there also. So because of the evil effects, so also allowing this using this prohibited substances for medical purposes will later on encourage taking this substance to satisfy their desire and the lust, especially when the heart likes such substances. This is especially the case when the heart thinks that such substances cure the illness of the body, thus making them even more desirable and likable. The religion, on the other hand, has closed the door to consuming or using prohibited substances. There is a contradiction if the religion closes the door to using prohibited substances on one hand and opens the door to using them in other instances on the other hand. Also, prohibited substances that people might use in medicine carry more types of harm than the harm that they uh, might remove. For instance, the mother of all evil substances, alcohol, which Allah has not made a cure or a remedy, is very harmful to the brain, which controls the body. Brain controls the body, according to the doctors and many such scholars of fiqh, that is Islamic fiqh is Islamic jurisprudence. Let's see the example of Hippocrates once said while discussing serious illness. Alcohol has a serious harmful effect on the brain because it reaches the brain quickly along with some other harmful substances that the body contains, thus causing harm to the brain. Uh, Drinking alcohol brings harm to the brain and the nervous system also. There are two other types of disallowed medicines. One that the heart does not like, such as snake meat and poisons. Obviously, these are poisonous and heart does not like. Such substances are heavy on the heart and the stomach, let alone being dangerous, and are thus a disease, not a cure. There are some other medicines that are not disliked themselves, such as some drinks that pregnant women take. These substances carry more harm than benefit, and consequently, the mind and the religion corroborate on disliking them. There is another wisdom behind disallowing taking prohibited substances as medicine. That is, that a condition that medicine works is one's belief that it would work and bring the cure by Allah's blessing. Indeed, whatever is beneficial is also blessed, and the more benefit it carries, the more blessing it will bring about. Also, what the people consider the most blessed is the substance that they drink carries the most benefit. The Muslim, on the other hand, believes that what Allah has disallowed is not beneficial or blessed. Consequently, he will not have a good idea about the disallowed substance and his system and will not accept it. Rather, the stronger the slave's faith is, the more he hates the disallowed substances and believes it is impure. In this case, if the slave takes such a substance, it will be a disease, not a cure for him, unless he believes that it is pure and thus his dislike for it subsides. Therefore, the believer will not accept the disallowed substance and will consider it a disease. Otherwise, otherwise, what happens? He will be contradicting the faith. So, this is it for this topic. We have finished this topic. Inshallah, soon we'll be coming with a new topic. Till then, please make dua and please like and subscribe and share my video and my channel. Also, please subscribe my channel and wait for my next video.